Hey people, this is my sister Laura.
Hey, this is my sister Jean, and we're the Reclamation Sisters. And today we're going to talk about the masks that we wear in addiction and life in general.
I don't wear a mask. What are you talking about? All right, so the masks we wear, what do you know about it?
Well, I said we should do a Halloween video. And she was like, yep, about the masks you wear. I was like, you're a genius. So, oh, damn, I'm losing feathers.
It's because it's not really who you are. You're shedding your false impression of yourself to reveal your true self.
Oh, my. That was good. But it really did fall off, but that's a good explanation. I think that we do certainly wear feathers, and not feathers.
I do. I wear feathers.
I do not wear feathers.
I wear all kinds of
stuff.
stuff.
We wear masks, but certainly in addiction, if I think back to, being the sister of an addict and watching my parents, we were definitely wearing masks, but so were you.
Oh. You think?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you have to understand that people wear masks for two reasons. To protect themselves. Mm-hmm. And to protect other people in anything you do, right? So as a person in addiction, you wear several masks so that you can protect yourself in the way that you engage with people and that they may not see who you are, but you also wear masks to protect the people that are in your life from what you're engaging in. So we wear masks because of, here we go, shame and judgment, rejection and ridicule. It's a protective factor. I do this and I pretend to be something even though I know what I am as a means of protecting myself from the people I love. I love that one. You're like a wild owl. I'm taking that one home.
I wasn't going to wear makeup because I thought, that'll just go right in line with, not wearing the mask of makeup. But at the last minute, I can't do it. I can't subject you to that.
You know what I know about makeup and it being a mask? As we talk about the things we do to protect ourselves or like to show who we are to the outside world. I just remember being young and learning that like you had to get up and put on like a full face because we had to go to work.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what were you, 14, 15? Slather that stuff on. Make your cheeks bright. Put on some lipstick. Mom would always say, put on some color. Put your color on. Waitress wore paint. I still wear it to this day. All the makeup.
Well, waitressing, holy crap, that's a place to put on a mask, right? Because we grew up waitressing in our parents' restaurant, and then when I was a young adult, I mean, you did it a lot, waitressed a lot, but I just did it one time when my one business closed, and so I waitressed again, but then that one was at a bar, and you talk
have to
about
play a role. No.
You are acting a part, absolutely.
It's a mask because
for sure.
You really are going, shut
Yeah. And you have had enough drinks, dude, but you're like, you want another one? Sure.
Here's $17. Can I get a 20 out of this? Yeah. You're just hustling.
Yeah, you're hustling. And I think, honestly, I don't think we're hustling as teachers, but I think as teachers, we definitely wear a mask because you're like, everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's the one word. It's all fine.
Yes, I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Or sometimes where you're like, tired or worn out or you're just not in a good mood or a chipper mood and you just want to be like, oh my God, let's just talk about this or, just do it.
But how does that let you be successful?
Like, right, but then you have to put on the show and you're like, oh my God, and you absolutely, it's acting. I have my teacher friends, we always say that. It is acting. You put
it's war
on,
paint.
Yeah, for sure.
You're going to battle. You're going to battle to like exist through your day. And that's what masks are. We put a mask on for everything. So when you're dealing with addiction, we have all kinds of masks. You play the martyr. The best one is you're the victim. And so you wear this victim mask like everybody's against me. Or the martyr is where, I did everything and you don't do anything and, just on and on and on. You like blow these roles up. But also we look at the way that we present ourselves. So like I am always happy and I let people think I'm happy because it allows people to be calm and comfortable around me. And that's one thing. I'm also a type A personality at work, but really at home, I am not engaged in anything. And I'm so emotionally exhausted or depressed or dealing with mental illness or addiction that I can't even shower or get out of bed, right? We put on a front to allow people to know that it's a safe space to encounter and engage with us because, if you actually presented how you emotionally really were, would people...
You're not going to be around. That's like those commercials for, I don't know if it's anxiety or depression. I think it's depression.
Where the mask?
Medicine, yeah, and they hold up the little like
it's a mask.
paper smiley mask. Face. You're like, everything's fine.
Yeah. So I think you have to look at it as a person. As you engage with somebody in addiction, are you putting on a mask and pretending that everything's okay? When we aren't willing to have a truthful conversation about what we think and feel and what we know to be true, that's a trauma response. Well, I'll just sit and smile, or I'll just go to the Sunday dinner and act like nothing's wrong, and Uncle Bobby's not drunk, or whatever's going on. Like I'm gonna pretend for two things, because it's too much for me to deal with, and it's not worth having the conversation because it could be more traumatic to have it. But when we are not willing to talk about the truth, we create further masks. So,
all right, let's shoot. Blue.
I like this one. It fits better. You're a butterfly. You're a beautiful butterfly. You're so pretty. What would happen if you took your mask off? Would you still be pretty? We take on roles, which are also masks, and like the idea that I'm an overachiever, right? And I'm going to get everything done, and I am a perfectionist, and I have structure and order, and everything is just right in my life. But if I don't pretend like everything's just right in my life, what really happens is I have a mental breakdown. You know, I lose control, and it's about that idea that we have to control everything, and we have to present like this is who I am, instead of saying, honestly, this is who I am. I think you have to understand that masks allow us to hide from our truest self and our uncomfortableness with understanding who we are. Because who I am to you, no matter what period of our life, is what your perception is. But is that really who I am? And is that a mask in itself? Do I wear a mask for myself because I'm uncomfortable with who I am? Where I'm like, nope, fat, dirty hair, I got a big scab on my nose from the cat. Like, that's what you get, right? Yeah. But if we're constantly doing things to alter ourselves and present ourselves as somebody other than we are, is it because we're doing it for other people, or are you uncomfortable with who you are? If I have such self-loathing and I'm not comfortable with who I am as a human being, and I constantly try to pretend to be something else, then I'm wearing a mask, right? When we can stop wearing a mask is when we become honest with who we are as human beings. I think that your greatest growth comes from understanding who you are and what you need, and owning that and saying, I'm not going to compromise for you. I'm not going to wear a mask and tell you like, this is what I am for you. This is who I am. And until I accept who I am as a human being, I'm always going to numb or hide or filter, and that creates more masks. Like, as soon as I wear a mask for you, then you tell somebody, oh, she's just like this, you're going to love her. Then I have to present to the next person
that's a good
just
point.
like that. But that person may interpret that differently. So if I can't be honestly who I am I forever going to wear a mask? The thing I tell people in that I work with is the only thing that you need to know is you only have control of your response, not what your emotions are. And the other thing is to stand in your truth. Stand in your truth is when you take your mask off.
And it's hard because it's you can't control other people's views, perceptions, or responses. And I think a lot of it, like in addiction, when you were really struggling, mom was still working and she had a very public position. I was just starting. We didn't want people to judge us based on what was going on with you. So then we would put on a mask that it was like, it's fine. Everything's fine. It's totally fine.
Okay. It's the episode where everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I think moms wear masks a lot in our society, that you have to do it all. You have to look beautiful. You have to be, your body has to be a certain way. And all of these channels and videos for makeup and hair and the clothes and everything.
It's expectation.
Like, never one time in my life if I put that much thought into the way that my hair looked, or yes, I wear makeup. Yes, I try to make my hair look good. But a lot of times it's dry shampoo, right? And all of those things are creating a mask. All of that is putting on a mask to say, yes, I'm this perfect mom. Yes, I'm this perfect person.
But think about men. Like, they have to wear a mask that they're masculine and rugged and resilient and non-emotional, because if we as a society have taught them, if you show your true self, then you're what? weak.
Yeah.
But they're not. You're allowed to struggle. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to just be you, but you have to know who you are and be comfortable with that. I remember when I was really struggling, it was when I socialized all the time. Like the more I was out, the more okay I was. If I was around other people and other people saw me, then it was like, well, she's fine. But as soon as I would leave those people, it would be, 12 hours later, I'd reappear or whatever. Everything is a response to something that makes us feel less than. And shame and guilt are our response when we know that we're not okay or someone's telling us we're not okay. So the mask is the only thing that protects us and protects you as someone in my life from what the real truth is, and which is the ugly, the dirty and the ugly and the rotten and all of the things that are taking us even deeper.
Using the word ugly is really good because it's you're hiding sometimes the feeling of the ugliness inside, but then we've taken it to such extreme that there can't be any ugly anywhere at any time.
It's all got to be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean perfectionism?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And social media, all the accounts that you see where you got to follow the people that have the perfect this or the perfect that.
Because does your house look like that?
Yeah. It's like,
and some of that is inherently who people are.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are people, that just, that's who they are. That is not who I am.
No.
Yeah, no, it's not who I am.
I mean, I want things to be cute and certainly organized and stuff, but I think it's just taken to such an extreme that it's become so fake or useless, or it doesn't make sense in a certain circumstance or whatever.
I don't live in a house like that.
Yeah.
Mine was, I needed to prove to myself. I needed to know I needed to know I was capable of those things. And I know that the only time I really struggled with it is when emotionally, physically, psychologically, theoretically, philosophically,
That's a lot of words.
Clashed with the mindset of the professor. There was a few people that I was like, I'm writing to pass this class, not writing to prove who I am. And that was the mask.
Yeah.
Right, because if I really said what I wanted to say, I would not have my master's.
Yep, 100%. I did that in one of my classes too.
You cannot do those things.
No, I don't agree with the whole philosophy of the class. It was 100%. I feel like part of the problem in our culture was that the teaching of that whole class, that concept, and so you have no choice but to put on the mask and impress your teacher and say, yes, this is what you want to see, so this is the mask that I will show you. That I totally agree with everything you say, but I totally don't.
Ma'am, I think that there's a lot to learn about the masks we wear, why we wear them. Sometimes we need them for navigating safely through the world we live in, but when we constantly pretend that we're not who we are, that's really dangerous. I've learned that they don't serve a purpose for me, at all. I do really like that mask, though. Super cute. No more masks, huh?
I
don't
guess.
know.
I guess maybe we just...
I don't wear a mask anymore. I wear a hat, though, because it's cold. And it's cute. This is as cute as it gets.
Yeah. I didn't bring my beanie, and I wish I did, because it's a little chilly in here. Where are we?
In the forest.
In the forest. I wear fewer masks now. Well, first of all, now that you're clean. Yeah. That was one of the biggest masks that I wore for a long, long time.
She's fine. She's totally fine.
But I also wear fewer masks now that I'm older, because I just don't care. Other people's opinions really don't matter now. I don't really put on masks to appease others anymore if they don't. Yeah, it comes with age.
My favorite thing is when somebody's like, oh, you look nice today. You look cute. I'm like, thanks. $3.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yes.
Got them at the Walmart.
Or you're proud of how little money you
paid.
Spend. Yes.
Right. And before I'd be like, oh my God, I would be so dressed.
I'd be like, Aunt Taylor, and it's amazing. And
oh my God, did you see my cute outfit?
Yes.
Ma'am.
Now I'm like, no, I'm in elementary school. I am comfortable. That's what I am.
Listen, I spend 3 hours a day in a car. I'm wearing stretchy pants.
On my little Friday t-shirt,
Friday t-shirt
a couple
day.
people have always been like, why would you put your face in it? It is not about my face.
No,
it's about the shirt.
90210.
It is about the shirt. And you don't need to see my face. And that's what I think a lot of other people do posts like that, where just really it's an excuse to show off a good hair day or,
I don't have
or
those.
How cute you are that day. And I'm just happy to be up in time for work and out the door and showered and ready to go. It's not about that. It's about it's just a fun thing to do without bragging about my 46-year-old wrinkled face.
Right here.
Tuck it, because the mask is hiding
my neck,
the turkey neck that we have.
But that's okay. I talk about it. I don't pretend it's not there. I'm
and I think that you
gobble gobble.
You said that early in our discussions of, can I please get this hair out of my mouth? I'd like to know that.
What,
right
self-deprecation?
Lord, just owning it. And when you own it and say it, you take away somebody else's ability to say it for you and criticize you.
You can't make me feel less than if I already tell you.
Like, I love that.
I already know I have a thing on my nose because of the cat. I already know, like, I've gained weight, but it's because of menopause. Like, I already know what it is about. And I just thought it was really interesting a couple weeks ago.
They're critters.
No, it was, you're fine.
Did you not hear that? Okay.
Michael, they're coming for you.
Look, I am deadly afraid of bears, so you just let me know if you see a bear.
There's no bear here. There's no bear at all. But I know they're staring at us. Like, but what I thought was really interesting was, like, and I was like, and I'm fat. And Holden was like, self-deprecation doesn't look good on you. And I was like, sugar beans.
Like he's listened well, though. That was an amazing thing for him to say.
But I said to him, it's not that it's self-deprecation. The more I remind myself that I need to do work on myself and address these health issues and everything that's going on, then it comes to a point where I can't keep saying it. I have to do it. Which, I'm now working with a doctor to address these things. But at some point, it was like, oh, at least what we're saying is meaningful to them.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's important because I don't wear a mask in front of them at all. Like, Nini, do you just want to go to bed?
Yeah.
Yes. Every day, all day. Are you just going to eat chips? I am. All day. Gonna drink all the Coca-Cola? Yes, I am. Yeah. I mean, there's no game, there's no pretension, there's no pretending with them, and they don't have any idea that you're supposed to be any other way. And so when we create situations where we tell people they're supposed to be something and not who they are, that creates trauma.
All right. I hope you learned something about masks, even though they can be pretty sometimes, because that one's pretty dang pretty.
It's cute.
You're cute. But underneath, right, it might not be so cute.
But what happens underneath is you feel uglier.
Yeah. So. Yeah, because I guess then you're reminded when you get home, like maybe by yourself or whatever, you take the mask off, you know that you're like shedding that.
Is that like when you take the Spanx off?
That you're shedding that, false image, and that it's like, oh, it is different underneath, and then you can be sort of reminded that you are trying to hide something. So
you have to be the real, like that commercial, the real.
Let it be the real deal and let it all hang out. So thanks for joining us. Please drop us a comment below, maybe on what kind of mask you wear to get through your day.
Don't forget to stand in your truth.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.